you start with the triangle of health. So health is composed, there's the nutritional component, the mental component, mental, emotional, and physical. And then we go, okay, and then we go into how they interrelate, how physical how a nutritional problem like, being overweight, eating a lot of high carbohydrates foods can lead to diabetes, a physical problem, or how stress can lead to, and I'm specific, I don't state general. I actually give a specific problem in one area that causes a specific problem in another.
Okay.
Like a heart attack relative to either stress or diet or stuff like that. Anyway, and then we go, if you have any of these mental problems, we refer you to the proper specialist. That's for credibility.
Right.
If you have any of these nutritional problems, we refer you to the special. That's credibility again. That takes us to the physical part. Now we're coming down our lane. Then if you have problems in the physical arena, it's usually from major or minor trauma. It's either major trauma, minor trauma, or genetic. If it's genetic, it's just palliative care. Major trauma, automobile accidents, injuries, stuff like that. What's the next thing it do? It creates these symptoms. What are the most common symptoms? Back pain, neck pain, headaches. What's the next thing along the line? How it affects activities of daily living. Now, I'm just sharing with you content right now, but as I go through this, when I'm doing the new patient orientation, I'm actually engaging I'm telling the audience up front, not only we're going to go over exactly how this works, but our mission here is to help not only our patients, but our patients' family members. So we're going to immediately start including the family members, and we actually have a sheet of paper that just lists this family members, and then there's a check sheet where they have to check off whether it's symptoms or ADLs or major or minor trauma along the way. That's the sales part. That's engaging them with their circle of influence with sales, not just content.
Okay.
So we engage them along the way with their family member. So we get to ADLs. So where are we at right now? Admit, consequences, personalization. We've established need right now. Then we come into and do a comparison contrast. We explain the 3 phases of healing and how the different providers treat the 3 phases of healing. So we'll compare a medical doctor, a physical therapist, and a chiropractor. Then we'll go, okay, what does the medical doctor do in the inflammatory phase? What is the chiropractor? Or the physical therapist? What's the chiropractor? And we've already told them what happens in each of the 3 phases with the 4 negative aspects and what's the therapeutic goal. So here's the therapeutic goal. Here's what the medical doctor does. Here's what the chiropractor. Obviously, I'm just cutting to the chase and giving you the outline.
Right.
Then we do it for the repair phase. Now we're in the solution mode. This is what creates authority and credibility. We're in the solution mode, and it points everything back to you and not other providers. Then we go into the remodel phase, same thing, therapeutic goals X. This is what the medical doctor does. This is the physical therapist, this is the chiropractor. Okay, that's the presentation. Now we go to the offer. So we got circle of influence, we've established need, we've got admit, consequences, and personalization. We got the person, we got the chief complaint, we've got symptoms, how do symptoms occur, major, minor trauma, and we have ADLs. So we're done with need.
Yeah.
Now we go to the 3 phases healing to go into solution mode and why you're the solution. Next comes the offer. So we do have an offer. It's a 9-point new patient special, and then it's 9 points. It's only $48, $97. Are you interested in buying the special for the people that you just got them to admit all this to? That's it. And then you want to do a third-party book. You know how important a third-party book is. You have them buy it, do a third-party book, preferably having them come in on your patient's next regularly scheduled visit.
Okay.
That's it.
So can you give me like an example of how you'd have them like explaining to the patients, okay, as I'm going through this, fill this part out on your sheet. Like, can you give me just like a,
Yeah, I'll give you the video. The video, I'm actually doing it like it's alive.
okay,
I did it in front of a seminar, but I acted like it was live.
right,
But that's how it all starts is the mission statement. We let them know up front. So what I want to share with you tonight is not only the triangle of health that affect, how one area of the can affect your health and how to control it, but also how the three phases of healing affect your health, and also what therapeutic protocol is necessary for each of the three phases, not only to not get better, but to stop the likelihood of a permanent problem. So I'm telling them what the talk is going to be about. And then I'm going to say, now, I'm Dr. Paul. One of our missions here is not only to help our patients, so you'll have a thorough understanding of this so you can take control of your health. But also, one of our missions here is to help our patients' family members. So if you don't mind, let me see if we can help, see if any of your family members, specifically your spouse or your child or your mother, father. That's all we go after. Is we go, actually, we don't even do child. We just go after spouse, mother, father. So, but you could include child if your child, spouse, mother, father is having any of these problems and if they can be helped or not. I'm letting them know right up front.
okay,
So now the sheet of paper, it says, now on the back of the sheet of paper, if you could write where it says spouse, write your spouse's name, write your mother's name, write your father's name, and then if you're going to do kids, that's your kids. You see,
yeah,
they write them all down.
okay,
You see, I've set the stage.
mm-hmm,
Now I'm going to go through with the presentation. I'm going to go into the triangle of health. Then I'm going to come over and go into major minor trauma, and then I'm going to go into symptoms. Then now I'm going to go into is is John having any symptoms? And I'll have the menu of symptoms there, the most common symptoms that they can just circle: back pain, neck pain, headaches, arthritis, joint pain, old injuries, old accident. Like, the top 8 high probability, circle which one John has.
okay.
So I literally just walk them through as I do it. And then I get to ADLs. So did John have any trauma? Do you know if John had, was it major trauma or minor trauma? I'm going to do that
Minor,
with each one. Yeah, it's on the checklist. They're literally just, it's all on the back sheet of the front sheet is the outline of the presentation. The back of it is this grid.
okay,
And you're just having them fill it out and check it and circle it as you go through the presentation. And
cool,
then I'll go into the symptoms. Is John having any of these symptoms? Circle it. And I'll make sure each one of them has been yes or no, all these symptoms. And then of the symptoms, any major, if it was from major trauma or minor trauma. And then I'm going to go into all the common ADLs. They're all going to be listed there. Just check which one it's affecting. That's how they're engaged. That's how you establish need.
okay,
Then I'm going to go into solution mode. That points to you being the solution and why you're the solution versus other providers, and why it's even harmful by using other providers or medication long term. That's what that does. So I've established need. I've created the solution. You're the solution. So what's the last thing I have to do in the formula?
give them the offer,
Money and time.
okay,
Now I'm going to money. That's the offer.
mm,
Then I'm going to time. Third party book. After
okay,
work, during your appointment, after their work. Money, time. And then they're buying it. So why would they buy it? Empathy, because it's their spouse, mother, or father, or kid. That's the only people that you can ask somebody to buy a coupon for. You really can't ask for a brother or sister or friend.
yeah,
It's
okay.
spouse, kid, mother, father.
So we're not trying to get those people to the presentation, just the
No, no, nope.
cool.
So anyway, that's how that works. So let's say you only have 3 people there. Okay.
Yeah.
How many spouses, mothers, and so there's a potential with one person. So you got spouse, mother, father. So you got 3 people per one. You got 3 there. You got 9 potential people. What is the damn likelihood of you talking about 9 people who are over 40 years old that don't have any back pain, neck pain, headaches, joint pain, arthritis, old accident, old injuries?
Uh, Not very high.
Slim to none.
Yeah.
You're going to have new patients out of this. The question is how many?
Right.
There's no way you're going to do a presentation with 9 people over 40 with the circle of influence and none of them have any problems.
Yeah.
And then once they've admitted that they have this problem, this symptom, and how it happened, and the ADLs, how hard is it for them to say no, they don't want to help them now?
It's a lot harder,
A lot harder.
especially in a group. If one of them decides to do it, you know, then it's going to be like, oh, well, I should probably do it too.
Right.
That's cool.
How many times you heard me say it? What's the number one key to referrals?
Empathy.
Empathy.
Yeah.
That's what that's what getting their first name is. That's what getting their symptom is. That's what's getting major or minor traumas about. That's what ADL is about. It's getting that person to see all the pain that that person's having in their life. That's what creates empathy, wanting to help them.
Okay.
You don't know how to create empathy, you're not going to get any referrals.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's exactly, by the way, that's true for Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day. That's true for all marketing. You better get damn good at that educational sales presentation.
Right. Yeah. Can you,
And
uh,
we go into more. And in the presentation, medication is covered in the 3 phases. And if they had any medications, good and bad news about medication, healing wrong, other providers they've tried and it hasn't worked. There's a lot of um, negative things that's creating pain that we're stair stepping and bringing out.
yeah.
And then we're going into solution mode.